everyone. Hello. Hi, Heather.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good.
Long
I'm
time no
good.
see.
I know, it's funny. I saw your twin on another show a minute ago.
Didn't you?
Just like
Right?
you.
Looks just like
So
me.
we were just over at, on Sean Atwood's channel. We were doing the Royal Mess. And that might come back on a regular basis, which would be quite nice. It's
It
a bit
would
of
be.
fun, isn't it? A bit of fun. Ron's very entertaining. He
Ron's
knows how to make
hilarious.
everyone
I
laugh.
adore that guy. He's so
He's
funny.
very funny. He is really funny. Yeah. Thanks for joining us again. We've come back, obviously, because there's more news. There's so much coming out at the moment. We might as well talk about it. Hello, everybody in the side chat. Polo is correct. Yes, hello. Miss Shelley says hello to you, Heather.
Hi, Miss Shelley. Thank you for joining me.
Blue Bella Sprinkles says hello. Hi. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so before we start, anyway, obviously, what does it say? Ron stopped. Hold on, what does it say? So quick, like he was going to crap his pants. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that was what it was. He needed to go to the toilet. You never know. We never know what's going on behind the scenes of the YouTube world. But yes, so King Charles has released a statement just saying it's good news regarding his cancer. It will be scaled back. His treatment's going to be scaled back as he credits having an early diagnosis. And so then he goes and speaks about getting yourself checked over yourself. He's talking about having an early diagnosis is effective intervention. And obviously then the doctors can treat you quicker and more efficiently. And he just talks about, the crediting the doctors and so forth, just regarding his kind of future. He said he's responded exceptionally well to the treatment and ongoing measures will now move into a precautionary phase. And we were reflecting on the timing of this, and maybe I am less of a cynic because this didn't come to the forefront of my mind straight away when it came to the strategic movement of this announcement. Is it a strategy? Is it a manipulative play? Is he saying this because we know what's got to be released by Friday, which is the Epstein files? I know I'm not going to talk about that in depth, but is it all leading up to what's going to be released and what we're going to find out? Is it softening the blow? Is it making him more? Is it putting more emphasis on the empathy towards him and making him seem more relatable? Because obviously we all know someone that's had cancer. I think the majority of us have a friend or a family member that's had cancer, so it's something that touches most people's hearts. What do you think, Heather?
I think it's a lot of things.
Yeah, tell me.
I think they're stopping or scaling back treatment because there's nothing more they can do. I think he's sicker than what he's admitting. I've been saying this forever. So why keep torturing yourself through chemotherapy? It's not fun. Second, I do believe the other part, man on the island.
Yeah.
I also believe that Harry and Meghan are coming back to England. So get excited, England. And I do believe this is kind of like pay attention over here, so you're not paying attention to what's over here. You know what I mean? It's like a smoke and mirrors thing.
Yes. Well, there's probably going to be more than one reason this statement's been released. Obviously, the timing just coincides coincidentally with the release of the files next week. Has to be done. So he was probably going to do this statement at some point, but you're going to time it in the correct fashion to, take the blow is softened, so to speak. because we don't know what's going to be coming out. I mean, we don't know the worms that are going to come out of this can. We've already got little snippets of what might be there. It just doesn't reflect well on the royal family if it's a lot of involvement with Andrew. I know someone else mentioned on the show that they think it may be to do with Charles. I don't for a second think that. I don't know why. I just don't have a feeling he's that way inclined. He's not. If I would look at King Charles as a man, and you're putting them into categories, he's not the sort of man I think that would be involved in that.
No, he doesn't look like that kind of
guy.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I think there's a lot, like I said, I think there's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on right now. And I do believe he's very, very, very ill. And I've been saying this forever. He's more ill than anyone else wants to believe, and what his spokespeople are putting out for him.
Yeah.
He's sick. And I think this is just like, look, I'm okay. Right? Because the royals, like, this is their MO. They never tell you anything really what's going on. They're not going to be like, hey, let me tell you. Right? Like it. So I think they got to say something to put other things in place. Like, do you know what?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying Meghan and Harry are coming back. I don't care. You guys can disagree with me all you want. They're coming back.
Where are they going to live? Where are they going to live? Where are we putting them?
With Ron. I don't know.
Ron. Hi, by the way, Alice, I sent you an email back. Get back to me, because I need to work out the time difference with you so I can call you. But yes.
And then Prince William and Princess Catherine are doing their thing. They're slowly, I wouldn't say slowly, but I think they do more work than what people realize. I fully believe King Charles is the talking head, but they're doing everything else, right? Like, you push them out there and say this, and then they do everything else. Meghan and Harry, I don't know. They'll live somewhere.
Well, we know I was being facetious there. I know there's loads of different homes there, Polo. I know that there's lots of empty bellowing hallways that they could be put into with grand furniture and la-di-da, and you know, they've got plenty of options, but it doesn't. I mean, how does that work? What, they come and live on the royal turf, but they're not working royals? Again, it's just mismatching what's going on with the.
They'll be on the property somewhere. Like, the property's massive, right? Like, they don't, like, they'll be on some royal property somewhere.
Yeah. Yes. Well, if they are, that doesn't make sense if they're not. If it's my mic working?
Yeah, I can hear
you. So it wouldn't make sense if they were on royal turf, because they're not working royals. So I don't understand how that would work.
They're not working royals yet.
You think they're going to come back?
Oh, damn right. Oh, I think, and I've said it now, everyone can think that I'm on glue, and that's fine.
You may be on glue, Heather.
This is going to be what I'm Shakespearean levels. I have some weirdo feeling that Meghan and Harry are going to try to overthrow Prince William and Catherine. There's going to be some sort of row. Right? Like, okay, I'm not saying he's going to be king, but they're going to make their lives a living freaking hell. I fully believe it.
Oh, wow. I mean, that would be quite a what moment are we looking for here? We're looking for Game of Thrones moment. Is that what you're envisaging? You're envisaging
I don't think it's going to, like, I honestly don't think it's going to make Prince William not be king, but there's going to be some. It'll be great for us. We will have a bunch of crap to work or talk about. There's going to be something. There's going to be something. It's going to be a tug of war.
I mean, the rivalry on their part, not on Princess Catherine or or Prince William, but Harry and Meghan's ruthless rivalry that they have, that they have to outdo their other the people from the other side of the pond, so to speak. That will continue, I think, throughout their lifetime, because that's just embedded in their nature. They haven't got any other kind of way of dealing with the jealousy that they have, and they want to be respected and loved in the same fashion. And as the more they try, the further away they seem to get from that, which they need to take a step back and really reevaluate their life choices right now. But which moves us really into the next stage of the show, where we're going to talk about another chaotic choice on their part. And we were right. This was the last Netflix show, I think. This is dead in the water. Because now they've got another show coming out, which is nothing to do with Netflix, as far as I know. Have you heard about this, Heather?
Oh, the Cookie Queens? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Yay! Cookie Queens. Yes, I've heard. Let's talk.
Let's talk about the Cookie Queens. Okay.
First of all, this whole movie reminds me of a movie I saw in the 80s. Did anyone see Troop Beverly Hills? Because what a thrill. Have you ever seen that movie with Shelley Long?
What's it called? No, I haven't. No. Beverly Hills.
You gotta watch it. It's freaking hilarious. But it's about girls selling cookies. And this is the first thing that I thought of, right? Like, it's so freaking funny. You got to watch the movie. It's hilarious.
I know it's quite a big thing in America, selling cookies, because obviously I've watched a lot of American films, and I've twigged that this is quite a big part of the culture, is that girls go out and sell cookies and they make a certain amount of money, and it's quite competitive, right?
Well, I don't know. I'm Canadian. And it works different here in Canada. My kids are part of Scouts Canada, but I have boys, so it's a different kind of thing. But this is where I get confused. So I think we need some people that are from the United States, because I don't get it. Like, I didn't think that the girls won anything, because Megs is making this like entrepreneurship and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, but everyone's selling the same freaking cookie, right? So I wouldn't call it an entrepreneurship. I call it like a competition. But to be an entrepreneur, in my eyes, would be like, you're selling pencils and I'm selling phones, right?
Yeah.
Like that. But if everyone's selling the exact same thing, how's that being an entrepreneur? Maybe I'm just a moron. I don't know. But it doesn't.
Yeah, I think you can still be an entrepreneur, but you have a different way maybe of doing it. And I think as long as you're a startup business from scratch, isn't that kind of the definition of an entrepreneur, when you're starting out on your own?
You're working for a company. The Girl Scouts have been around for 1,000 years.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Right?
Yes,
like, it's not like you thought of this company.
No.
Right?
No.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, I don't live in the United States, and all I know is they got a bunch of more flavors than Canada for cookies, because we only get the chocolate and the vanilla in the spring, and then we get the Thin Mints, which are the best ones, in my opinion, in October.
Never had them.
Oh God, they're amazing. The Thin Mints. Oh, I love mint chocolate. I'm not even a chocolate person, but I like mint chocolate.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try this one day. I'd love to also try what's that place? Is it Pies? What's the House of Pies? Is it called? What's it called? Is that right? I don't know.
In the States? I don't know.
Yeah. That would be nice to try that out one day. I did try out Denny's actually in Florida. That was great. I like Denny's.
We have Denny's on the street.
Oh, brilliant. There we go.
Come visit me. It's literally at the end of my block.
It's everywhere but England.
It's close. We can walk to Denny's.
From my house. Lovely. Pancakes it is. But Meghan Markle announced that she's going to start the new Sundance documentary, tapping into her Girl Scout roots. again, another chaotic move. I don't understand where she gets these ideas from. They just must like stream out of her. She must have visions at night times of what she can do next and jots them down and thinks, right, let's just do that.
Well,
Is
sorry.
no, go on.
So this documentary was already like half done, from what I understand, when
Okay.
Meghan and Harry saw it. So they put their name on it. Now,
Okay.
here's my thing, right? And I said
Yeah.
this yesterday in my live and stuff.
Mm.
This is a good way because Megs and Harry are executive producers, right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
a good way to get into award season, right? Oscars,
Yeah.
Golden Globes,
Mm.
Emmys, blah, blah, blah. We all know how much Megsy wants to get invited to the Oscars and never has been.
Mm.
This is a good way. And Sundance has a really great history of having documentaries or movies in general go and be nominated for an Oscar.
Yes.
I'm also not going to lie. I totally want to watch this documentary. I totally do.
And when anything they bring out, we want to watch it really, just so we can get an idea of what's going on.
Well, even if their name wasn't attached to it, this is something that I would watch.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
No, this is totally something I would watch.
So the project will put the spotlight on the 4 Girl Scouts during the most important time of the year, which is the cookie season. I don't know when the cookie season is. The project is a throwback for Meghan, who was a Girl Scout herself while she was growing up in California. And I think she's spoken before about her dad buying all the cookies so she would win. I don't know what they win. What do they, is it money? I don't know, holiday, something like that. I'm not sure. It might be different for different states. Meghan Markle channels a nostalgic part of her past for her and Prince Harry's latest project. It's a coming-of-age story about joys, pressures, and pain points woven into one of America's most cherished rituals, Girl Scouts cookie season. And it's also directed by Eliza Namias. The doc is set to premiere at Sundance in 2026 as part of the festival's family matinee section. So it's meant to follow 4 girls aged 5 to 12 and their families as they navigate the annual whirlwind of selling, striving, and succeeding. Lots of alliteration there. Notes description of cookie queens. Okay. What? Yeah, go on.
Oh, sorry. No, and I was going to say, so like my kids were in bowling and we would sell, or just like if you got a kid in elementary school, it's always fundraising. I am not that parent that is going to go pound the pavement, knock on doors for my kid to win a pizza party. I don't care. Right. And even like my kids are not competitive like that either. Like I'll buy normally, like you are like, especially like I remember when my kids were in bowling, like you are expected to buy the case of the chocolate almonds that actually are really good and to sell at least a case. And if you don't, you're on the hook for $120, right? So on that, I don't know. I guess it depends how competitive your kids are or you are.
Is there more of a competitive culture in America than there is here? Because I don't feel like we do this as much with our kids. The clubs is kind of, we do after school clubs, but it's not, I wouldn't say we push it as much. And I mean, some parents do, don't get me wrong, but there are a lot of parents that it just kind of falls off. It doesn't really, nothing is sort of kept all the way through till 18. You know, it's normally when they're young. For me anyway, the clubs kind of start to dwindle off as they get a bit older. But it also talks about the pressure, the long hours, ambitious sale goals, and the weight of high expectations. So there must be a lot of pressure on these young girls selling these cookies. And you know, the competition must be quite excessive. And it just talks about the intellectual stakes of their experiences and the emotional side of it. And the project apparently is nostalgic for Meghan, who was a Girl Scout herself, as we know.
For a year?
Yes, and she says
Her
her
whole
mum was a
year.
troop
One whole
leader.
year.
So her mum was a troop leader. She's an affinity for this film, and she's proud of all the conversations and collaborations led to the Archwell productions. So they've got their own production as well, production company, partnering with the award-winning team, which is Sundance, which is which will in turn make this incredibly captivating documentary. I mean, they're looking to go into making documentaries now. Is this the new
Well, they
venture?
didn't make the documentary. Someone already
Well,
made it, and then they just
yeah,
slapped their name on it. So I
yeah,
wouldn't say that they found, like had a great idea, found the kids, found the families, did all the legwork. This was probably years in the making to even get to this point, right? To make this documentary. Documentaries are years, right?
yeah, yeah.
Meg Z doesn't have that sort of what's that called? Focus, right?
Yes.
Like she's very much a flea. She's like, "Oh, this is a good idea. I'm going to do this. Oh, now I'm going to do this." And like she never has like a follow through like with a long-term thing.
Mm. No.
In my
Well, I mean, this is now bouncing from one place to another again. So that's what I feel like. This is just it. There's no kind of structure to this. Her brainstorming, it feels very hazard. We've all got affiliations to certain things in our lives, but she sort of sticks her name to everything, right?
I also
What?
think, and I don't know, again, Canadian, don't know the law in the United States.
Yeah.
Because it's under Archwell. I have a feeling there's something with their company, organization, whatever the hell you want to call it, that has to invest money somewhere. Like, I don't think you're allowed to sit on it.
Yes.
So, like, does that make sense? Am I making sense?
I
It has to go
believe that's
somewhere.
right. Yes. Well, are you talking about the charity money? Because that's separate, isn't it? Is that separate? The production?
Well, I think in order to be, I would think, I don't know. I just thought if in order to be like a company,
Mm.
got to invest your money in something. Otherwise, I would assume the tax people, IRS, whoever it is that runs in the States, would be like, what are you doing with all this? Right? Isn't that how you get audited?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I don't know if this is coming from so I don't know if this is coming from one side of the company or the other side. So this is where I probably have to do a bit of research into that because I don't know where that money is coming from. But I think with the charity money, you definitely there's definitely rules and regulations around that, and there's a massive tax loophole there for them, and that's partly probably why they've set that up as well, which is what a lot of celebs seem to do as well. They also seem to set up their own church foundations as well, which again avoids tax. So we'll look into that actually, Heather, because I don't want to give false information. So I'll look
No,
into
either do
it.
I. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I just know from like companies, if you have certain things and you're like, we are investing in something. Well, what the hell you're investing in, right? Like you got to have proof that you invested in something, right? I don't know.
It depends, I think, on the institution. So, for example, councils, they have to pay out. They have to spend their budget within that tax year. If they don't spend that budget in the tax year, then they don't get as much money for the next year. So you're talking about funded things there, so government funded things or funded institutions. So the council always end up doing the roadworks here before the end of April tax year. So everything sort of starts getting done really quickly, so they get the same revenue the next year. But I'm going to look into their business.
Yeah, no, you do that because I'm not the numbers person.
I don't know the separation between it.
You never want me in charge of numbers ever.
But yeah, that's very interesting. So when's this going to be released? Did it say next year? Okay.
Whenever Sundance is, let's Google, shall we? When is Sundance? I know it's in Utah, and I think who started that? Robert Redford, I think, started it in a while ago. When is so it wouldn't be able to go into 2026's February because the cutoff for Oscar movies is Christmas. That's why they drop a lot of movies on Christmas Day because that's the cutoff for the Oscars.
So she's also stated as well, being an entrepreneur can start young. And she's put in brackets, by the way, all these years later, and I'm still selling cookies, bracket, close bracket. And she also, she's alluding to the fact that she's got her, as ever, shortbread butter cookies.
Those aren't shortbread. That's a liar. Sorry.
Okay, so what are they?
I would call them a sugar cookie.
Okay.
As someone from Commonwealth, like isn't no, you tell me because you're Commonwealth. A shortbread cookie is a whole
full of
butter, and my mom used to whip it, right? Like because shortbread's from Scotland, right? And
yes,
it's light and it's fluffy and it should melt in your mouth. And they're yummy, 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 yummy. I think it's just like powdered sugar and freaking butter for all I know. I've never made it. But my best friend makes it because her grandma's from Scotland and she does it better than I do.
Yes.
Meg's shortbread in a box. I've never seen a shortbread in a box ever. To me, that's just like a freaking cookie.
Well, I mean, it's not shaped like a shortbread. It's definitely not done in the correct way, but it might taste like one. I don't know. Apparently, they signed a deal with the Netflix in 2024, reported $100 million, which we know, but they're extending their creative partnership through Archwell Productions with a multi-year first look deal for film and television projects. Okay, so does that mean they're extending their deal with Netflix? That's interesting.
I think now with this whole letter 2.0, I think Netflix and with Meghan's dad being sick, not to sidebar, but I think now maybe Netflix is a little bit more interested in sticking around.
Because there's some juicy gossip coming along.
That's right.
There's drama. Yeah.
That's right.
Because I suppose if in Netflix defense, there is the storm around them all the time. You know, there's always something going on. And
that's how Netflix has made their money. Netflix has never made money off With Love Meg. They made money off the interviews. They made money off like the documentary, like the Jerry Springer side of Meg's and Harry. That's where they make their bread and butter. With Love Meg's doesn't make them money.
Wow. It didn't make them any money when it ranked in the thousands, that's for sure. But they're going to have to come up with some pretty exciting, you know, captivating documentaries or shows to continue to gain an audience and get momentum behind them, because at the minute it's flagging, you know, it's kind of wavering. There's not really much movement there. Without them putting a bit more work in and really thinking outside the box, are they going to continue to have a good ride with anyone?
No, because they're moving back to England, so who cares? There's my opinion. Why? Meghan Duchess Delulu does not want to work. King of the Spares Harry definitely doesn't want to work. Like, you know what I mean? Mr. King of the TED Talks. That's all he freaking does. He just wants to show up and get paid. And really, who doesn't?
If they come back here, they're not going to have any opportunity to make money like they have in America. You know, they're going to have to try a little bit harder there, because we don't have all the opportunities that they can muster over there.
I don't think they're making that much money in America, though. I'm sorry. I don't see where all this money's coming from in the States. King of the TED Talks can get on a plane. You can TED Talk anywhere. From what I understood, so Delulu set up that, what I call the flea market at the bookstore and Soho House. I heard Duchess Delulu wanted to be the face of Soho and do her own sort of TED Talks about women, entrepreneurship. I don't know. I wouldn't take any advice from her. But I could see that. You can live in England and travel around and do your TED Talks.
They might not want to come here because the tax rate's gone up quite a bit. So the threshold is changed.
They don't pay taxes. Yeah. Come on now. They don't care.
They're going to have to pay something, surely. Can't avoid complete tax. There can't be anybody avoiding complete tax apart from King Charles and the royals.
Right.
But Archwell Productions, apparently, so they were founded in 2020, and they are dedicated to illuminating thought-provoking and diverse narratives that underscore our common humanity and celebrate community through scripted and non-scripted TV, film, documentaries, and podcasting. Okay. So I think that they've got kind of a plan in place here. They're testing the waters of what they can do, and they're playing around with the diversity of that, because that opens up many opportunities for them to dip in and out of film, documentaries, podcasting, and scripted and non-scripted TV. So you've really got many options. If one fails, you open up another door, right? And maybe that's what they're doing. They're giving everything a go until they find their niche.
You know where I'm confused, though, as we're talking about this documentary movie stuff. Do you remember Delulu and H bought the rights to Drown Me in the Lake? Or meet me at the lake, drown me in the lake.
Yeah, drown me in the lake, yeah. Hold my head under the water and drown me.
There's 3 books. It's a trilogy. 2 have been made into movies. There still hasn't. Why not?
Yeah, I forgot about that, actually. That's funny. That went quiet, didn't it? Yeah, interesting.
It doesn't make sense. Like, you think you'd be sitting on a gold mine, because if you bought if there was a trilogy, let's just use Twilight, because that's the only thing that I know. So you got the first 2 books. Say they own the second book, and you got the first movie and the third movie. Don't you need the other one to make sense? Or it doesn't matter what sequence it's in. You need the other one to make sense. If it's a trilogy,
yes,
you need the other one. So how come the other one?
You need 3.
Right? So if there's 2 movies made, you're gonna wait, wrong finger. If there's 2, oh, this is going sideways.
But
see, this is why I'm not in charge of math. If you got 2 movies, you need the other freaking movie.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ! I'm sorry.
You need the 3 movies.
3. 3.
1, 2, 3.
Uno, dos, tres.
Well, there you go. Beautiful. I love that. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Well, so we've got French. Do you know it in Mandarin? Can you say it in Mandarin? 1,
I
2,
used to
3.
be able to.
Oh wow, my kids are learning that at the moment, Mandarin, which is great. Very interesting.
No, that's thank you. Oh man, now it's going to bother me.
It's okay. We don't need to count in different languages. It's absolutely fine. We can leave that to one side.
It's the only time I feel smart. I can count to 3.
When you can count to 3.
Yay.
Meet me at the lake. Languages. 3 different languages.
That's all I got.
Meet Me at the Lake was mentioned in whatever article I read about the Girl Scout document. Oh, she still claims it's in production. Okay, well, it might not be ready for another few years by the looks of things. It's a very slow burner, that one. So she's got she's a busy woman then, if she is doing all of this at the same time, releasing chocolate, adding on a new product every month to her ever-growing as ever website. The beauty of that website is just unraveling day by day, isn't it, Heather?
It's just It's a comedy of errors, isn't it? Like every freaking day. You know, this broad thinks that she's so smart, and I've never seen someone dumber. Like she just thinks that she's like 1,000 steps ahead of everybody.
Well,
And
she's a self-proclaimed entrepreneur, Heather. Did you not know this? She is
well,
the
she's a
first
lot of
woman
things.
to ever have gone into business and made a success of it.
She's a
according to-
Girl Scout. She's a calligraphy freaking extraordinaire. She can wrap presents. She can make reindeer chow. She can, you know,
she can paint a plate, which I
paint
think
a plate.
Extraordinary.
Pick out a
Really
tree.
good job with that. Yep, she can make a advent calendar, a cracker. A woman of many, many talents.
Yep. Go and do her disaster tourism. Can't find her dad, save her life. That guy's still missing in action. It's like, where's Waldo? You know, like, but can find anyone else. Give them a note. Can't find an email. Ah, Jesus. For a girl of many talents, I don't get it.
What I'm going to call it now is that she's going to have her cookies now on sale on the website. We're going to have all the cookies that are in that production. That will be the next. Well, it won't be yet, but it will happen when.
Oh, you think she's going to team up with the Girl Guides? That would be smart. I don't see it.
So. I see it. I'm calling it.
Because I think you are totally correct to do a brand deal. You know what the problem is? Meghan is a moron. Because I've said she should have teamed up with the dish soap people. She talks about that goddamn letter all the freaking time. I have never heard a story so much in my life. And my dad had dementia and repeated himself constantly. Megs blows him out of the water. She should have teamed up with the dish soap people.
She should have.
Right?
Oh, you should be her PA, or you know, what's it called?
Her PR people. She couldn't afford me.
Advisor. Yeah, no.
She couldn't afford me. I got too many good ideas. Well, and the Girl Scouts are not going to give. I don't think they've ever teamed up with anybody. Like, I think they're like, they are one entity and they don't align with any religion or whatever. They are their own.
Who's that again? Say that again.
Oh, the Girl Scouts.
Oh, the Girl Scouts. Okay.
I don't think that they ever do collabs or anything. I think they're one entity. They don't pick color, creed, religion, blah blah blah. They are just for everybody, and I don't think they play favors with anybody. I could be wrong. What do I know?
Well, we can always find out. We can definitely find out what their affiliations are and where they're rooted into. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Oh, 2 seconds.
Hey, Rolling Stone. Cover of the Rolling Stone. Catherine is head of the Scouts. Let's go to side chat. Hello, side chat. Not trying to ignore you.
I'm back. Sorry.
You're
yes.
welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Sure.
This is. I love Friday night. Like, this is Friday night. Like,
hold the fort for 2 seconds for me. Girl Scout. Let's have a look. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, I was doing something and then I forgot. What was I doing? Girl Scout cookie.
Side chat.
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ.
Oh, is it a full moon today? Because it's very like.
I don't know. I think it's just 2 weeks to Christmas and we're all insane.
Yes. Girl
Thank
Scouts.
God. And 3 weeks till a new year. Thank God. Because 2025 sucks shit. Sorry, I swore. Sorry.
What are you doing for Christmas?
Drinking. No.
Morning tonight.
Damn right.
Girls, is Girl Scouts the same as the one? So we have Girl Scouts here in England. Is it the same all the way through? Is it the same as America?
I think there's like, I think it's like the same premise, but different. Does that make sense?
So it was founded by Juliet Gordon-Low in 1912. And it's part of the it's part of the World Association of Girl Guides, which is a global network of girls and adults in 146 countries. So it's one big organization, just a different branch. And it aims to build courage, confidence, and character with activities through to camping, community service, practical skills, and first aid. So yes, it is linked to the ones here. That it's the same. So it's associated in 146 countries. But you got, obviously in America, you do it a little differently, and it's run a little bit differently.
Yeah, like same umbrella, but different, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And it doesn't seem that they do have anyone attached to them, because
I don't think that I think it's just like we don't do that, right?
Yes, because then that opens that up to kind of a
controversy and whatever. Just like
yeah,
whoever wants to come is welcome.
It's for girls, it's for children. It's not meant to be politically diverse in any way,
right.
or to be making money off the back of it. But that's interesting. So I do believe she'll have a cookie out when she'll have more than one cookie out. She'll have a selection of cookies.
Yay!
And this is why she is going to be the new Cookie Monster in a year's time.
Christ. I don't know. Like, the girl can't cook to save her life. She can't bake to save her life. And like, I just don't see it happening. Like, I don't see As Ever even going into 2026. Like, I don't. I think As Ever is as done. Like, that's it.
As Ever, it is done. It is. It is.
It was done before it freaking happened. Right? This is what happens when you draw 2025 in the sand. I blame Meghan Markle for 2025. There, I said it. She put the juju on all of us. She was like her in the sand. It's like the movie The Craft. Thanks for jinxing us all.
Boy, she's definitely been busy this year anyway, that's for sure. How do you think she's going to wrap up the year? What do you think is going to happen by the end of this year?
What do I think she's going to do?
What do you think is going to happen by the end of this year? What do you think is going to happen with regards to her dad? Because I just wonder.
She's never going to go see her dad.
Right.
He's going to live. She's never going to go see him. He's fine. And I said it before. She said on the Oprah interview, I lost my dad. Her exact words are, I lost my dad. And in the Netflix documentary, pardon me, I lost my dad in all this. I lost my dad. That was 7 years ago during like the wedding circus, right? So if she has convinced herself in her brain, her dad is dead and gone. You can't talk to dead people without a Ouija board, right? You can't go like you can, but you can't talk like you can talk all you want. They're not going to talk back to you. An average dead person will not talk back to you.
The average dead person doesn't talk back.
It's true. Oh. So how do you get on a plane and go talk to a dead person and expect them to talk back to you? Like, she's already convinced herself he is gone.
If she's so convinced he's gone, though, why is she all up in his business?
I don't think she is. No. I think that letter only came because of peer pressure. And other people, and it's Christmas, which is a bad time to go into the hospital, right? Like, I think she's pissed he's in the hospital at Christmas. I'm just going to be honest about it. She's like, damn it. Because people get a heart. Right? And people have emotions at Christmas, and it stirs up all the mental health stuff. Well, if this was like April 12th, no one would care. It's because it's Christmas.
Well, I think it just puts a magnifying glass on what you do and don't have at Christmas time. It certainly makes you reflect more, because you think everybody else is having fun. And if you're in a bad place, then it really highlights that.
Well, and Christmas is about forgiveness and loving and blah blah blah, new beginnings. That's what every movie's made on. Like, look at A Christmas Carol, look at Scrooge, look, this could be your life. This is why you want to change who you are. Be a good person. Megsy don't care.
Christmas Carol is a perfect example of change and growth. And I think a lot of people expect to, by Christmas, to have made some progression in their lives, whether it's emotionally, financially, or what have you. And I think if you haven't had that movement and it's been a bit of a downward spiral, it's very tough, isn't it? I just want to go back to what Debbie said. US Girl Scouts have gotten really politically influenced in the past couple of decades. I didn't know that because I'm not really in. I have no idea what goes on over there. I just know about the cookie scenario. So I will look into it. I didn't know that at all. It shouldn't be weaponized politically because it's for children. So that's a shame if that is happening. Nice to see you, Aussie Livy. Thanks for joining. I forgot to say hello to you the other day. She did throw her dad into the garbage. You know, but I do think, like, we're going back to that, Heather, that if she did write the letter, then what's the contents of the letter going to say? Because if she doesn't want any involvement with them, it's just a weird thing, because a letter, it's very hard to write a letter if you're not interested in having a relationship with that person, because what, you're going to be caring in one breath and then disassociate yourself in the next. I don't really understand how she can write a letter to him. This is why this whole thing is kind of off the wall, a bit bonkers, because has Thomas Jr. said the letter's been received? Is he confirmed that?
Here's what we think the same. Here's what I think went down. Yeah. I think there was an NDA attached to that letter. In the letter said, if you pull what you did, because you remember right during the circus at the wedding, Thomas Markle, the dad, released pages or something of the letter to try to help his... I don't know. Like, I don't think it was his fault. This is what happens when an average person doesn't have a PR team and blah, 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 and walked into a trap. I think it said somewhere in there, if you do that again, I'm going to sue your ass. I think this is why Junior is he's been very, very vocal. And I'm not a fan. I will go down and I don't care. I don't know the guy. He doesn't know me. I'm not a fan. I think this is why he's for a guy who was beacon off a lot, is very quiet right now.
Okay.
So I think there's something in there. I fully believe that her going to the embassy, the consulate, whatever the hell it's called, getting them involved, because Junior was on his channel poking the bear. Now listen up there, buddy. You're poking the wrong bear. I'll say this. Megs and Harry, no matter how much we talk smack about them, they are still the Duke and Duchess. Harry's still a prince. Harry's still related to King Charles. Harry still has pull. He still knows people. She knows people. And money freaking talks.
Yeah. And who you know, not what you know sometimes as well. And I just wonder why the thing is as well, this is what baffles me slightly, is you can separate. I don't know, how angry are you when, this is hard to put into words without it seeming a bit odd.
No, go ahead.
So it's like, is he more enraged about her not being in contact, or is there another reason? Is there more to the to be enraged? Yes. So
I just think he's unhinged. There, I said it. I don't freaking care. Yeah. I think the guy's like on another planet. He was in the ambulance videotaping his dad going to the hospital while his foot was about to freaking fall off. That is not normal.
No.
That's not normal. I'm sorry, it's not. that it's all rage bait. It's all like, oh, look what's going on. This is his MO. This is how he makes money. And I'm not
Money. Yes.
ragging
Yes.
on people.
Yes.
I don't think like that. My dad had to go in an ambulance, and it was like the worst time of my life. I sure as hell wasn't pulling out my freaking phone.
This is the thing, and I wonder whether this rage and this kind of is coming from an unhealthy place. Yes,
it's
because
money.
I don't think I would be that. I don't know. There is parts of me that would be upset over certain family members' behaviour, but to hold on to that consistently and to be at the very top of losing it over that, it doesn't. There's lots of time that has passed where it wouldn't feel like that at this time. It would be more of a disappointment than because you were expecting this. Surely they haven't spoken. There wasn't like suddenly there's going to be a reunion there, unless she has a complete change of heart and does a 360. I don't think that they were probably expecting much different, and they know who she is more than we do, right?
Here's my thing. The world is a really weird place now, right? When something goes down, people are so concerned about having, and we're in the social media world. We are, like, obviously. Everyone is so disassociated with feelings now that if whoever can go viral, they want to go viral. Someone can fall down or jump off a bridge or something, and you want to videotape it. You don't want to help the person off the bridge. You want to videotape the shit show. And it's wrong.
Yes.
It's wrong.
Yes.
It's wrong. And this is where I feel this is where Junior is. He's like, look, Dad's like blah blah blah. You're in an emergency situation right now. That guy could have died in like seconds. Right? No. Like that to me, like I don't understand it. It's wrong. It's just wrong. And
so I get that he has every right to be angry, but to be enraged consistently and continually hold that level of anger, over time the way you feel about something changes. It doesn't sit the same emotionally. I mean, unless I suppose if you really haven't, if you're just a two-dimensional person, there's different levels to it, and I think there's a time and a place to be enraged about something, but at this moment in time, does it need to be upheld? If that makes sense. I hope I'm making myself clear.
No, so for Junior, you mean for being angry all the time? Yes, this is what I think. I think Megsy, so Junior was 15 when Megsy was born. They've never had a relationship. You can't tell me any different. Like they didn't grow up in the same house. They didn't. When she says I was an only child, no, technically you were brought up in a house as the only child. Like, yes, you have siblings, but it's not like me and my sister, who are a year apart, she was down like in the next bedroom. These kids didn't live there. Samantha had a kid the same age as her. She wasn't living in that house. So technically, yes, she was raised an only child. I have seen in my lifetime.
Yeah.
But she's also the golden child. She's also the golden child.
Well, the youngest is always treated a little bit differently, aren't they? Because it's like your third attempt, your fourth attempt at getting it right.
Because so know you're like the first pancake, the third pancake
that goes wrong.
Haven't gotten it right yet.
And there's different dynamics, isn't there, with each child that you have and the way that they sit within the family as well. So she would have been the special young one because there is such an age difference, and like you said, that they haven't really had that unity within the family. So it is a bit of what I would call a fractured, dysfunctional family, because they haven't had that what we would call the 4.0 family, traditional family that everybody kind of aims and seeks for. So because of that, there's going to be a different, and there's going to be a different sort of dynamic there. So they haven't really got loyalties to her the way that they would have if they lived in the same home and grew up together, because it's generationally they're quite far apart. So
well, and not to interrupt you, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
go when you have a kid in your 20s and when you have a kid in your 40s, you are two different people. If you saw a woman have a baby in their 20s and then have one in their 40s, they raise that kid totally different.
Yes,
right,
100%. No, because I was 24 when I had Raya, so I felt like I was still quite young, and it was a big shock to the system. I must admit. And then I had my son literally a year after, so there's only 18 months apart within them, and that was hard. I must admit, I did struggle because it was a shock. I'd come from a very party lifestyle and thrown into motherhood. It's complete contrast. But as a 30-year-old woman now in my 30s, I definitely parent differently. I'm a lot more calmer. I feel like I'm more in my flow, and I've learned a hell of a lot through being, through growing up. And I do think that wisdom comes with an older parent, and you probably you're going to undo the mistakes that you did with your first lot of children.
Right? No, but I'm saying I'm 47. If I was to have a baby right now, I would parent that baby totally different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm older, I've lived, I've done whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's why like a bunch of my friends are grandparents, right?
Yeah.
And they're helping their kids raise their kids, right? And they're like so much chill, right?
Yes,
like
because you
I've
realize
done
what's
it.
important in life as you get older. I do think you start to know what's valuable to you and what isn't, and you're that you think some things you think are important in your 20s are not important anymore in your 30s and 40s. I'm sure I'll go through a different life-changing experience and so forth if I manage to get to a ripe old age. I would have learned a lot, hopefully.
This is why sorry, a bunch of us who are Gen X, whose boomer parents are, or pardon me, like our grandparents were very big in our lives and they were super chill. And now having kids, my mom, who was up my ass my whole time in my childhood, is like
she's a different person.
Oh God. I was like, what is happening? Like my true story. We had a big Sunday dinner for my sister's birthday. My niece, God bless her, she didn't do it on purpose. We had this big turkey dinner, blah, 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 blah. She dropped the mashed potatoes on the floor. Dropped the whole freaking bowl.
Oh no.
If I would have done that, you would never have seen me ever again. Absolutely not. My mom's like, it's okay, right? Blah, blah, blah. There's potatoes up the wall. There's potatoes all over the couch. Like she was, and the sad part is she almost had it on the table. Like she was like a millimeter. Oh my God, I don't know what happened. But and thank God my dad's dead because he would have lost his mind. But like, I was like, not that I wanted something bad to happen to my niece. I want to make
of course,
clear.
But you see,
I already know what would have happened to me. So I was like, shit.
No, you do, and you do see a completely different shift in how you parent and grandparent as well. And I've noticed that with a lot of people.
So my mom just kept saying mistakes happen, and I was like, I beg your pardon. That never was said to me.
So she probably was raised a lot differently to the other two, and that also brings in a lot of problems and different kind of situations within the family. So I do obviously hope he recovers and makes a speedy recovery. Thomas Senior.
I think he's going to be fine, and I'll eat crow because I thought he was on death's door because I've seen this. But good. I'm glad. I also think too with her not sending the note and saying that it's because the journalist was there and it's some ethic.
Oh yeah. So why is the journalist there anyway? What is that?
Thomas Markle Sr. called her. Apparently, they've been friends since 2018 and said, and to be fair on Junior, I've ragged on him. You can't be in the ICU 24/7. The guy needs sleep. He needs to get his what's about him, right? So you do need a village. You need to trade off, right? So what? So this other girl who looks at him as a father figure came from LA to the Philippines because he asked. So she went. I think Delulu is very jealous of her. I think it's a control thing and jealousy thing. And that's the only reason why Delulu reached out as well.
Yeah. Yes. It's all very messy. I think there's a lot more to it. I do believe there's a lot more to it. But
I do believe there's going to be a special about this. You just wait. It's in the works already.
Do you think that, playing devil's advocate, that Harry might also be an influence in her not going, or do you think it's solely her that doesn't want to go to the Philippines?
I think she's told Harry so much
she can't,
that Harry doesn't know what side's up. Right? This is not Harry and his dad. His dad's ill. His dad's the King of England. They haven't talked to this guy in 8 years.
Yeah.
So, and what? Like, he's not the king. Right? Like, I think she's told so many stories. I don't know if Harry even freaking cares. He doesn't have a relationship with this guy either. Like, if I said to my husband right now, you're never going to talk to my mom ever again. And I've been with my husband for 10 years. He'd be like, what do you mean? Like, if I divorced my husband right now, I can guarantee he'd still have a relationship with my mom and my children.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, it's just weird how we're very in tune to the fact that they decided to cut both their parents off at the same time, pretty much. And then that means that there's no room for any other input from anyone else. They've just got each other to bounce off of.
Right. And when you got two psycho people bouncing, like how do you make sense out of crazy people? It's like Pinky and the Brain. Right? Like,
well, it's
Dumb and Dumber, Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, it's an unhealthy relationship if you're isolating yourself from everyone. And again, the kids are isolated, and we know that, and that they're not getting their full experience of a family either. But I think we've done an hour, and we've worked very hard today, Heather. We've been on 2 shows back to back, and it is late here for me. It's 11:08. But thank you for joining me, and guys,
well, thank you for having me. I'm sorry this was like a ramble. I like Friday chaos.
Yeah, no, well, we can do a regular Friday slot if you want. But what I wanted to say as well is that me and Demon Dictator are going to do a live on Monday about the Diddy case. If anybody's interested in that, because that's something I really enjoyed watching.
I will say I've watched that documentary, and I'm not living up to my full potential of being
a hater.
Softy petty. You know what? You know who we need? 50 needs to not like Meghan Markle, and he'll get all the freaking dirt. We need him. How do we do that?
Do you think he'll come on the show if I ask him?
Let's call him.
Let's call him up 50.
Hey, Softy, it's Heather from the Hood. What are you doing?
So what I was going to say is I'm only going to have one guest on at a time for now, because my internet doesn't seem to like anybody else. Too many people on the panel. It goes all weird. So I'm just going to have you on one day a week and so forth, and have new guests as well, hopefully, as come through.
No, thank you so much for having me. Like, I always
I love having you
adore you.
I love having you. I adore you too, sweetie. Press the hype button if you can, because that apparently does the world of good. Likes, please comment, give me all your information and all your thoughts on today's discussion, and we'll get you guys a bit more involved in the next live as well. All right, guys, lots of love. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye, everyone. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, Heather.
Bye.
Bye, bye. It takes so long.